told you that success is a loud noise. They told you that victory is the sound of applause, the flash of cameras, and the roar of the crowd chanting your name. They sold you a dream that looks like a highlight reel, where every moment is glorious and every step is watched by millions. But they lied to you. The truth is much quieter. The truth is so quiet that most people are terrified to sit with it. We live in a world that is addicted to attention. In 2026, the currency of our society is visibility. If you do not post it, eat it up, and if they do not see it, does it matter? We have become a generation of performers, acting out our lives for an invisible audience, begging for validation from strangers who do not know our names and do not care about our souls. But I am here to tell you that the greatest empires are not built in the sunlight. They are built in the shadows. They are built in the dark. They are built in the silence. Let me tell you the story of the old stonecutter. It is a story that has been whispered for centuries. But in this age of noise, we have forgotten its meaning. 300 years ago, in a small town in Europe, a man visited a construction site where a massive cathedral was being built. He saw 3 men working on the same wall. They were doing the exact same job. They were all holding a chisel and a hammer, chipping away at a block of hard granite. The traveler approached the first man. The man looked miserable. He was sweating, grunting, and his face was twisted in anger. The traveler asked him, "What are you doing?" The man looked up with bitterness in his eyes and said, "I am cutting a stone. Can you not see? My back hurts. My hands are blistered. This work is torture. I'm just trying to earn a wage so I can survive until tomorrow." The traveler nodded and moved to the second man. This man looked tired, but he was not angry. He worked with a steady rhythm. The traveler asked him the same question, "What are you doing?" The second man wiped his brow and said, "I am building a wall. It is hard work, but it feeds my family. Do this so my children can have a roof over their heads and food on their table. It is a duty, and I will finish it." Then the traveler came to the third man. This man was different. He was sweating just like the others. His hands were blistered, just like the others. The dust of the granite coated his face, just like the others. But there was a light in his eyes. He hammered the chisel with precision, with care, almost with love. He paused to admire the grain of the stone. He touched the rough edges, as if they were precious. The traveler asked him the same question, "What are you doing?" The third man stopped. He stood up straight. He looked past the rock, past Tiwa, past the scaffolding, and looked up at the sky. He smiled and said, "I am building a cathedral." Do you understand the difference? All 3 men were doing the exact same action. They were all in the same dirt. They were all suffering the same pain. But their reality was completely different. The first man had a job. The second man had a career. The third man had a calling. In 2026, most people are the first man. They are angry at the struggle. They hate the grind. They want the result without the process. They want the view from the top of the mountain, but they despise the climb. They look at the work required to build a business, or a body, or a mind, and they see it as a punishment. Then there are those who are like the second man. Work hard. They do it for the money. They do it for the status. They do it because they have to. And there is nothing wrong with that. But it is not enough to sustain you when the storms come, when the market crashes, when the injury happens, when the darkness falls. The second man quits because his motivation is external. But I am speaking to the third person today. I am speaking to the builders. I am speaking to the architects of the invisible. You must become the person who sees the cathedral when everyone else just sees a rock. You must be the one who understands that the pain you are feeling right now is not a punishment. It is a preparation. Every time you refuse to give up, you are placing another stone in the foundation of your character. The problem with the modern world is that we have lost the ability to delay gratification. We plant a seed in the morning and we expect to eat the fruit in the afternoon. And when we do not see growth in 5 minutes, we dig up the seed and kill it. We say it did not work. We say the system is rigged. We say we are not talented enough. But nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Look at the bamboo tree. You can water a Chinese bamboo tree for 4 years and see absolutely nothing. For 4 years, you are pouring water on the ground. You are fertilizing the soil. You are protecting it from the weeds. And to the outside world, you look like a fool. Your neighbors will laugh at you. They will say, "Why are you wasting your time?" There is nothing there. The ground is empty. But they do not know what is happening underneath. For 4 years, that bamboo tree is growing a massive root system. It is spreading deep and wide into the earth. It is building a foundation strong enough to hold up what is coming. And then, in the 5th year, something miraculous happens. The bamboo shoots up. It grows 80 feet in 6 weeks. Now ask yourself a question. Did it grow 80 feet in 6 weeks? Or did it grow 80 feet in 5 years? The answer is obvious. If the farmer had stopped watering it in year 3 or year 4, the tree would have died. The growth was happening the whole time. It was just invisible. You are in your bamboo season. I know you are tired. I know you feel like you have been working in the dark for so long. You have been going to the gym, and the mirror looks the same. You have been studying late nights, and the grades haven't changed yet. You have been saving every penny, and your bank account still looks small. You have been posting content, and nobody is watching. And the voice in your head is telling you to stop. The voice is telling you that it is not worth it. The voice is telling you that you are delusional. But this is the moment that separates the stonecutter from the cathedral builder. This is the moment where you must decide if you trust the process or if you are addicted to the applause. Real power is silent. The sun does not make a noise when it rises, yet it wakes up the entire world. The roots of the oak tree do not scream as they dig into the earth, yet they hold the tree against the hurricane. You do not need to announce your moves. You do not need to broadcast your plans. In fact, you should not. There is a psychological power in secrecy. When you tell everyone what you are going to do, your brain releases dopamine. You get the satisfaction of the achievement before you have even done the work. You trick yourself into feeling successful. Stop talking. Stop announcing. Just build. Build in the silence. Let the work be your noise. Let the results be your explanation. There is a concept called the quiet confidence of the competent. When you truly know you are dangerous, you do not need to act tough. When you truly know you are wealthy, you do not need to flash gold. When you truly know you are intelligent, you do not need to use big words to make others feel small. The UK and the USA are nations built on the backs of people who worked when no one was watching. Think of the inventors who sat in dim rooms with nothing but a candle and an idea. Think of the pioneers who crossed oceans, not knowing what was on the other side. They did not have followers. They did not have ranks. They had vision. You are the pioneer of your own life, but you must be willing to walk through the valley of the shadow. You must be willing to be misunderstood. Being misunderstood is a side effect of greatness. If everyone understands your dream, then your dream is too small. If everyone agrees with your path, then you are walking on a road that has already been paved by someone else. You are a tourist, not an explorer. Do not be afraid of the lonely road. The path to the top is not crowded. It is narrow and it is steep. The air is thin. You will not find your friends there. You might not even find your family there. You will find only the other few who are crazy enough to keep climbing when the rest of the world set up camp at the bottom. So, what is your cathedral? What are you building that is bigger than you? If you are only doing this for yourself, you will keep. If you are only doing this to prove your ex wrong, or to prove your teacher wrong, you will run out of fuel. Hate is a fast fuel, but it burns. Dirty. It clogs the engine. You need a cleaner fuel. You need purpose. You need to look at your life and realize that you are the architect. The hammer is in your hand. The chisel is in your hand. The block of granite is standing in front of you. It is heavy, cold, and shapeless. You can look at it and complain. You can say, is too hard. You can drop the hammer and walk away and live a life of mediocrity. A life where you never truly challenged yourself. A life where you die with your songs still inside you. Or you can strike the stone, and then strike it again. And again. On the days you feel good, strike the stone. On the days you are sick, strike the stone. On the days your heart is broken, strike the stone. On the days when the rain is pouring, and the world is laughing, and the silence is deafening, strike the stone. Because one day, the dust will clear. One day, the scaffolding will come down. And while everyone else was busy shouting, busy arguing, busy trying to look successful, you will step back, and you will not see a rock. You will see the masterpiece that was hidden inside it all along. You will see that the struggle was not in the way of the path. The struggle was the path. Keep building, keep climbing, keep quiet. The view is beautiful from the top, but the character is built in the climb. This is your time. 2026 is not just another year. It is a blank canvas. Do not paint it with the same old colors of fear and hesitation. Paint it with bold strokes of courage and discipline. Go now. The stone is waiting. Your time is coming. Keep believing. Keep fighting. Don't just watch. Go out and prove them wrong. Thank you for being part of the journey. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.